Yo, man, this big fan Breezy with the Brooklyn Nets vlog. You know what I'm saying? I pulled up late. You know what I mean? I apologize for that. I mean, are the Brooklyn Nets going to apologize to the Brooklyn Nets fans for getting beat by 38 points in the Barclays? You know what I mean? What's going on, man? They try to make it seem like Nolan Traore is a wild guy because he pushed dude to the ground. I think dude was flopping. You know what I'm saying? He all up in Nolan Traore face, not giving him no face. What is he dancing? He trying to dance with Nolan Traore? This shit get on my goddamn nerve. Trying to make it seem like, you know what I mean? He deserved that foul. You know what I'm saying? It's disrespectful, man. He was playing him too close, man. We acting like he was trying to do some baila, trying to dance or some shit, man. He got to back up, man. He got to back up. Worried up, man. What's his problem, man? My guy Nolan Traore didn't have such a good game, you know what I mean? 16 minutes, 2 points, 1 for 6, 0 for 2. You know what I'm saying? Take it easy on the rookie. Calm it down. Just relax, you know what I mean? Calm down. He had a bad game. Excuse me. So what? So what? He had a bad game. People have bad games. Players have bad games. Hey, wait a minute. All I'm saying is off of back-to-back. Anytime that he has a game and it ain't a back-to-back, it would be unexcusable. But this, I'm going to look past it. You know what I'm saying? I think he's still a good player. People said, let's drop all 17. I'm crying.
Brooklyne, Brooklyne. We rap.
Yo, yeah, part of that commercial, you know what I'm saying? Yo, yeah, yo, bro, I don't know if I respect that 83 points. I think the NBA gave that to him. I don't know if I'm being salty or what, but I don't know if I like it. I don't know if anybody ever had 43 free throw attempts in one game. I don't know if that's not ridiculous. I looked at the difference between Kobe Bryant. Hold on. I looked at the I looked at
Brooklyne, Brooklyne. We rap.
Yo, hold on. Okay, 83 is 83. I don't care how he got it. Why you wanna do this? Oh, why you wanna do this? See the man 199 a moderator on a page. Why you wanna talk like that? Bro, what do you mean? Are you serious? Hold on. Nah. We gonna get into it, man. You know, I was gonna put it in the title, but it wasn't Brooklyn Nets related, you know what I'm saying? But since you brung it up, you know, 83 points, and I gotta respect that. 83 points. You know what I'm saying? I gotta respect 83 points. Ain't no way that I'm trying to say I ain't got respect for it. But that's not my conversation. My conversation is how he got it. Now I know Y'all said it don't matter how he got it. It don't matter to y'all. I don't know if you know what? Ah, yeah, I'm saying it. I'm saying it. I'm saying it in comparison to Kobe Bryant's 81. And I'm just saying which one I like more. Do I like Kobe Bryant 81 more? Yeah, man. Because 43 free throws is crazy. Now I'm gonna keep it real with you. I was trying to go to my Facebook and find it because I did have it. Hold on, let's see if I can find it. Hold on. Let me see. Damn, hold on. Where's that? Hold on. Hold on.
BROOKLYN. 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 We wildin'. Okay, we wildin'. Yeah, we wildin'. By the way, we wildin'. BROOKLYN. 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 We wildin'. Okay, we wildin'. Yeah, we wildin'. By the way, we wildin'. BROOKLYN.
Yo, what the hell going on in the chat? Yo, man. What the hell you talking about with FIFA boy, man? Yo, chill out. Hold on. All right, Bam Adebayo. Let's look at what happened tonight. Let's look at it. All right, so there you go. Bam Adebayo, March 10th. 42 minutes, 20 for 43. I respect that. I respect 20 for 43. 46% from the field. I respect it. I respect it. 7 for 22, 31.8. I respect it. I respect it. You knocked down 7 3-pointers. I respect it. You on your way. You are on your way, sir. 43 free throws. I can't wrap my mind around how one player could get 43 free throws. And I said to myself, maybe Kobe got 43 free throws, you know? Maybe I'm taking it too far. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what happened. I can't search it like that because that should I forgot what year and date it was. I know it was versus Indiana. Let me see. Oh no. Hold on. I'm trying to find this. I want to see because I seen it. I got it on my Facebook, but I'm trying to figure out how I could get it. Oh man, Kobe took 20 free throws. I think he took 20 free throws. Hold on, let me see. Let me see. Let me see. 20 free throws for sure. Yeah. I ain't gonna take it. I can't say nothing bad about Bam, bro. I can't. I can't, bro. But at the end of the day, yeah, it's not Kobe's. It ain't. It wasn't the same way. But for him to have 83 in today's time, did he really get fouled that much? Y'all believe that? Y'all believe that? How y'all feel about that? Oh man, what's going on with the chat, man? What's up, chat, man? But yeah, this is Bam. He shot 43 free throws. He was 36 for 43. Man, that is wild, yo. That's some wild shit. He ain't even known for scoring like that. This is why I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, Latrell music. Word. He said, who on the net's gonna wow. This is come on, Latrell music. Why you even on it like that, man? This is crazy. Yo, man, I don't know who could, man. Maybe Nolan Trey already. Hold on, let me see. How many 3-pointers will Ye gonna have to hit to get 80 points? I don't know, man. This shit is wild, yeah. Yeah. Didn't Kobe gets no, didn't Kyrie Irving gets 50? He got 50 or 60 with the Brooklyn Nets. Hold on. Well, how much what's Kyrie Irving career high? Hold on. Kyrie Irving career. 60 points. Yeah, LM. Why you ain't mention that? He only had 12 or 13 free throws. This is what I'm saying, bro. This is what I'm saying. When these players have these big games, even Donovan Mitchell, he had like 45 free throws when he had 70 points. That's corny. But I get it. Y'all like it. I love it, I guess. When I Googled it, RC, it says 60 points is his career high. I remember this game. Achieved in the game against Orlando Magic on March 15, 2022. In this game, he connected on 20 of 31. 20 of 31. 20 of 31. Hit 8 of 12 3-pointers. 8 of 12. You see the difference? How efficient? Only 12 points is connected to the 60. So that means he got 48 points from the field. Respectfully. Take 36 points from that 83. What you got? Hold on, let me do the math. Carry the one. I'm gonna carry the. 83 to 36. What is that? 57? 57 times plus 36? Oh, am I bugging? Oh man. Mm. Yeah. I feel you, JDJ. I know what you're talking about. Pause. Shit is crazy, bro. Shout out to Bam Adebayo, man. Shout out to Kyrie Irving. He ain't get 70 or 80, but he got 60. He did that in modern day basketball, you know what I'm saying? Word. So it is what it is. I feel like a scorer like that is why I gotta bring up AJ Devon shit. Oh, see, now you want to say after the big three era. That's that bullshit right there, huh? That's that bullshit. Yeah, that's you. They're still in the 2020s, 2022. So that's good money. Y'all wild as hell for that. I threw the link in the chat, but I ain't gonna be here all night, man. After the 38-point loss, I'll be here for 38 minutes. Fuck, some bullshit. Hold on. You know what I'm saying? I'll be here for 38 minutes. A fucking 38-point loss, man. Tight. Yeah, what up, Brooklyn LM?
Yo, what's going on, man?
What you mean after the big three era, that 60-point count? It was in Brooklyn.
Nah, I was mostly talking about in present. It's like who on the team now can get 80. And to be fair, Bam Adebayo is a homegrown talent, bro. Like that's Miami's baby. Like they watch Bam grow to that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying, Kyrie did what he did in the Nets jersey. I ain't saying that, but Kyrie wasn't a homegrown Nets talent. You know what I'm saying? He signed here. So him scoring 83 to the Heat fans, that means something, bro. Like that's the guy we drafted. You know what I'm saying? So but I mean I didn't think it would ever be passed, but he passed it. You know?
Okay. Yo, I'm not listen, man. I can't believe it's Bam Adebayo that broke the record, but it
Man,
is.
he did that shit against the Washington Generals, yo.
The Washington Generals are crying.
Facts, Breezy. That shit don't count. It tells you a lot about Alex Sarr as a
Yeah,
defender.
they said that shit don't
Yeah.
count.
Yo, it tells you a lot about Alex Sarr. You already know, right? Everybody roasting him right now
I was
on
sitting
Twitter.
there.
Everybody roasting that guy. How you gonna give up 83 points on one guy, yo?
Damn.
How on one guy? It's
Something
not even
about Kobe.
Kobe. It's not even Kobe.
Damn, he far from Kobe. But
You
he's a
you
good
far from
player.
Kobe. I know Bam is nice, but you crack yo.
I'm just saying,
Yeah,
just
that,
like
that
as
put
a
that put him in the Hall of
scorer,
Fame
like
conversation though. He would be Hall of Fame because of that shit.
Nah,
how
no,
yeah,
Bam is pretty
yeah,
good. I'm sure the
that
Nets
shit
will be
solidified him, bro.
Yeah, that shit solidified him as a Hall of Famer right there. That shit right there. Yeah, he gonna be a Hall of Famer because of that shit right there. For sure.
yo.
Yeah,
Everybody got fouled out from the Generals. Probably
Yeah, Hall of Fame.
got fouled out.
yeah,
That
yeah.
shit is crazy,
Yo,
yo.
I ain't gonna
Nobody
hold you.
play defense now,
Yo,
Breezy. Nobody play defense in the NBA.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
besides like
I get,
some
Is
teams,
that John on the panel?
some teams.
yeah. John just got
Yeah,
on the panel.
All right.
that's crazy.
This is
I
crazy,
I
man.
just watched Hart Pacers give up
And
a
John,
20-point
them
lead.
people on Twitter, they don't know what the hell they talking about. That's why I don't entertain them. They don't watch college
Let's
basketball.
listen. First off, congratulations to Bam because what he did, it's something unprecedented. I get what the Wizards are doing. It's horrible, it's disgusting. Everybody wants to cook Wizards, cook them thoroughly. But for Bam tonight, this was his moment. Arguably, you might say it's the best moment of his life because he was there with the love of his life, his friends, his family, his team, and he made history. So at the end of the day, congratulations to Bam. He is one of the best centers in the NBA. I'm not going to say he's a living legend, but he definitely put himself in a little legendary
He a
status
living legend
tonight.
for sure. He a living
No,
legend for sure.
no, he's definitely got a bit of that status, but I know some people wish it would have been against a real opponent where you could actually say, hey, I cooked a real opponent and I got the record. Nobody would have a single question about it. But what he did tonight was special in itself. And I'll be honest with you, I even said, Breeze, if Bam was available this summer, do you got to get him? I know the price might just went up tenfold, but you need a real center. If the Brooklyn Nets want to be a real team in a few years, Claxton and Clowney, that's not it. Dayron is a solid backup, but we don't have a legit center right now. I mean, even tonight against Durant, you just look at Durant and Claxton from a physical standpoint, it's laughable,
That's
it's
crazy,
jokeable.
man.
I mean, Durant was like
Oh my
Superman
God.
tonight. I mean, all Durant was missing tonight was a cape. He was just flying around to the rim. The Nets weren't doing nothing because they could do nothing against him. Like the centers in the NBA are evolving before our very eyes, and we're stuck with an undersized big who's now a point forward on this team. Like it's a huge issue that the Nets could easily resolve if they actually go out and get a legit center. You had 7 chances to draft a center this past summer, and because we paid Clax $100 million, we had to honor his contract, which is a load of crap. So shout out to Bam, but clearly there's a lot of things this roster needs to resolve. And this summer, just if we somehow do get lucky with top 4, it'd be amazing. But even getting that one guy, this roster needs a lot of work if the Nets even want to make a mark next season in a playing bracket because the East is crazy right now. You got Cavs, Boston, Miami. You know, as bad as Philly is, they still have talent at the moment, even though that's degenerative talent at this point.
We'll
But
get the
heavy
number
low
one pick.
goal.
We'll get the number one pick.
Yeah, no, but listen, like the East
We'll
is
get it.
not weak anymore. So for the Brooklyn Nets, if you want to be a legit team, not just getting the guy in the draft is going to solve the issues. You need to address your center position, your power forward. We have to figure out who's our legit point guard. Nolan's making the case right now. But even then with Jaegor's role, like there are a lot of things this organization has to get serious about. And sadly enough, Sean and Joe, I don't have a lot of faith in them. These two guys for 10 years haven't shown us they care about sustainability. They talk about the word flexibility. The only thing that you can tell me with flexibility is that's what you do at yoga class. This is the NBA. Like, come on, stop using that bullshit word. Like, you have to construct an actual team, and this is logic. All Sean and Joe have to do is use their mind. If you want to tank for a top pick, put out the garbage line put out tonight against Detroit 2 nights ago. And if Sacramento won tonight, we have like I think the second we're right near the second worst record. But we're
We're
not
like one
because we
game
had
behind. One
no,
game
no, it
behind.
don't even matter right now because
No,
there's a
no,
lot of bad
game and a half.
teams.
Who in that
Game and a half.
Pacer game? In that Pacer, who in
Yo, the
that?
Pacers was up by 20. They
They
came back.
lost. They
Sacramento
lost
Queens
to the
came back.
They lost to the Kings.
Hmm.
But if we didn't win these last 2 games, we're right there where we should be. And if we didn't have that crazy month of December, that win against Detroit, me and others, we would have been fine with because we would have been stuck in bottom 3, get a
What you
huge
mean, me
morale
and
win
others? Who you
against
speak for? The
Detroit.
Tankers?
I still
I
think we're
speak
gonna
for
end up with the like
I
second
speak
or number one worst record. I
No,
still think.
it's not happening. Listen,
I still
Pacers
think.
and Kings, they have no problem losing to anybody. The Wizards, what they just did tonight, listen, if Adam Silver gave a damn about this tanking crap, this team would not have a pick right now in the slaughter because that is egregious. You played zero defense, and the coach said tonight, we didn't even start competing till the fourth quarter. We were down 40 points.
And
Like,
then they
this
got
is
2 more
sickening
wins.
crap we're
Two
watching
more
right
losses. We
now.
right there.
Like no
2
disrespect
more
to
losses.
Bam, but if that team actually tried a little bit, that record, I don't know if it would have been as
That's
close as
the
great as it would have
Washington
been.
Generals,
But
man.
yeah, but
They're Washington
this is
Generals.
how badly these teams want a generational talent in this draft. And
But
it just
nah,
mind boggles me that
but
we're not taking it so serious.
Nah,
nah,
we
but
right there.
but
We right
nah.
there.
Seriously, I
Man,
really
why
feel
say
like
tanking, man?
I really
Like,
feel like the NBA, they gotta, if they're gonna say no tanking, if they're gonna be strict on that,
Mhm.
they cannot reward the Indiana Pacers. It's a goddamn shame that the
It is a
Indiana
shame.
Pacers got the worst
They won't get the number one pick.
when they just lost one star player, they still got Siakam. You trying to tell me they can't string together more than 15 wins? You trying to tell me the core, the bench, and I'm contrasting them to the Celtics.
Yo, they was up by 20 without Siakam.
Let me get this shit off, bro. Let me get this shit off, bro. You trying to? I know that Jaylen Brown is better than Siakam. Okay. But it ain't that far off where the Indiana Pacers got the worst record in the league. The NBA, I want you to know, the fans know, you are pulling you're trying to pull a 3-card Monty on the fans. If you think that we don't see that y'all gearing up for the Pacers to be a strong team in the Eastern Conference by giving them a draft pick in the top 3, they got no business. No clean business. This is under the table business. This type of business, this is done in dark alleys with guys with trench coats who cover their faces. These guys are doing this is bad business. You understand? The Pacers got no business being in front of having the worst record in the league when they just was in the Eastern Conference Finals. No,
Facts.
sir.
Facts.
No, sir. So
what do you mean by
on purpose? He folded the season, man.
If the Nets to be fair, I hear all of that, but if the Nets get a higher pick, if the Nets get the second pick and the Indiana Pacers is a third pick, who cares? Like,
no,
I'm okay with that. Like, I'm okay with that.
No, but that's
who cares if they get a high pick though?
The Indiana Pacers should not get a better pick than the Brooklyn Nets because the Indiana Pacers was in the Eastern Conference Finals, and
facts.
You can't.
That's facts.
Hold on.
That's facts.
And the content creators, a lot of social media, a lot of fans are speaking out. They saying they ain't like what happened with Luka going to LA and then Cooper Flag going to Dallas. So they got that happening. So yeah, you making the NBA look bad with these.
They gave him a superstar.
You can't.
That's a fact.
A superstar.
You know what I'm saying? So you do these antics and you act like fans. That's why you seen the uproar of the fans and how they was acting toward dude had to get out of town. The GM, why is the GM got to get out of town because you traded Luka? Because now they going from okay, you're not entertaining us, you just playing with us. Like we just went to the Western Conference Finals with him, and you want to trade him, bro? The fans wasn't having it, bro, and the NBA felt like they had to fix it. So I feel like with that, and then if you do this for Indiana, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this for Indiana?
Because they're 16 and 50.
Hold on. The truth is that's a rhetorical question. The answer is they want the Indiana Pacers to get an NBA championship. Let me put the for entertainment on. What the NBA wants every NBA team to get an NBA, in my opinion. Now this could be, I'm saying I'm right, but that ain't necessarily what it is. But I think I'm right. The NBA before the expansion teams of the Seattle Supersonics and the Las Vegas something, they want the teams that don't have NBA championships to get an NBA championship because they got expansion teams that got NBA championships before the teams that was here, the Toronto Raptors and the Miami Heat. The original teams that was here before the expansion teams, they got teams before some of the original teams. But case in point is the NBA.
You talking about ABA?
Yeah, the NBA. The NBA.
No, I'm talking about ABA when they merged.
No, I'm not talking about the ABA. I'm talking about but you could use the ABA as an example.
Like the Nuggets and the Nets and shit.
Right. The Denver Nuggets just won the NBA championship.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? You see the NBA, you see the Pacers went to the conference finals. You understand? The Grizzlies don't have a championship. You see them give him Triple J, Ja Morant. You see them give him all of this talent.
Desmond Bain.
You feel what I'm saying? They gave him mad talent. All of the teams that don't have an NBA championship got more draft capital than the Brooklyn Nets. And I'm saying it's cool for them, the NBA, to look the Brooklyn Nets way.
That's why the NBA gotta look our way for facts to get the number one pick, man.
I agree. We deserve a higher pick than the Nets, but than the freaking Pacers, but playing devil's advocate, like they are technically, according to the NBA's
Nah,
own
it's
rules,
not.
they are in the
It's
right
not
to
a
get
waste
a
of
first
time.
Yo,
round
look
pick.
at that! Look at that record, man. They really got no shame, yo. Everybody pretty much played. Like even
Hold on.
Siakam
That's
missed some games, but that
Hold
shit
on,
is crazy.
pod on. These are not
That shit is
conspiracies
crazy.
that are a waste of time. These are actual, excuse me, these are actual theories that if you analytically look at it and actually hear it without hearing your opinion talk over it, you can understand the logic of it. The NBA wants to expand. They want teams to compete that don't have an NBA championship, and they put a lot of stock. It's part of the reason why the Sacramento Kings is there. The Sacramento Kings is kind of like they got a NBA championship under their belt, but they didn't win it in Sacramento. They won it when it was a New York team. When it was a New York team, they won it, and
I
then
think
they
they're
moved to
Buffalo, right?
Sacramento.
I think they was in
Yeah, I think
Buffalo.
it
Some
might have
shit.
been Buffalo. It was
Yeah.
Syracuse to Buffalo, something.
So yeah,
But I
something
think
like
it was
that.
Buffalo. Yeah, but I'm saying that to say it wasn't in Sacramento. So you know what I mean? Fans in Sacramento like, yeah, we won it, but they ain't winning
And you
here.
remember they after that they was Kansas City Royals, Breezy. There was
Okay.
Kansas City
Yeah,
Royals.
yeah, there
Yeah,
was the Kansas City Royals before the
yeah,
Sacramento Kings. You're right.
yeah.
But yeah, bro, I'm telling you, bro, the NBA wants to see that these teams at least give them draft capital to win it. The 76ers is a hub team. You know what I'm saying? So they always gonna get
Yo, they got
talent.
VJ Edgecombe, yo. That's crazy. They
They
gave him
got bro,
VJ
how
Edgecombe.
they and
Yeah. How
even
they gave
before
him?
they was in it, they was again, like I said, it could be, you know what I mean? Like, bro, they
They
was
just like
saying
they
that
just
the
creeped in.
76ers
They
was
creeped
under
in and like
investigation.
they
And
I'm saying
then they
they
gave
it's
them
like
that
they
pick.
you know how you wait in the line, Breezy. You know how wait in the line and somebody cheats and shit. That's what the Sixers did to the Nets.
Mm.
Like in the prison line,
But
you're
they
waiting for your
had the
crew,
fifth best.
and
They
somebody
had the
just come
fifth
and
best
just
odds
bum
though.
rush you, and I don't
Even
know.
even in
That's what it felt like. They got two less wins, right? Two less wins, and they ended up with a victory.
they had the
That
fifth
shit was
best
wild.
odds though, man. Like
Mhm.
if anything, they had a good chance of
They
making
just
it to the
bumped them out
top
of the
three.
way. They
Like
just bumped the Nets out of the way.
they did have a good chance to get into the top three though. Like we can't dispute that. Like they were the fifth best. Who knows? Maybe it would have been the Nets at the top three if we, you know what I'm saying? It was to lose to them, but you know,
Nah,
it
I'm
is
just
what it
look.
is.
What I'm saying is they want those teams to win. Like, imagine even the New Orleans Pelicans. Look at all of the draft capital they got. They just said we gonna get y'all 2 picks in the
They got
lottery.
Trey
Am I
Murphy.
wrong? Or did
They
they
got a
get two
bunch.
lottery picks? Was Derek Queen a lottery pick?
Yeah.
They got two lottery picks, bro. They want these teams.
what about Trey Murphy? I think he's a lottery pick too. Or
I'm
some
just
shit like
saying
that.
they got them in the same draft. So they kind of expected them to be some kind of good. Like, you know what I'm saying? And
Because
when
Trey Murphy been trending up, boy.
but
He been playing great.
but since we here, because we probably won't get to this conversation again. Who you think having a better rookie year? Cooper Flag or what Luka did in his rookie year?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like Luca was just. I was probably say Luca as of right now. Like Cooper Flag, he's been doing pretty good, but you know, Luca, yeah, Luca rookie year was something else, bro. Like you knew
Yeah,
you was gonna get something with Luca.
yeah.
Like
They be rookies in the NBA, but they be professionals before they even get over it.
exactly. So Luca looking nice. AJ, you know, AJ looking nice. Boozer looking nice. You know what I'm saying? But AJ, you know, he made his statement, you know what I'm saying? Dropped 40 off rip. First game of the tournament. For the
Yeah, that
first
was
round.
tough.
You know what I'm
That was
saying? So
Yeah, that's showing leadership right there. That's something up to. We need a player like AJ the Monster. I ain't gonna hold you.
Imagine the bounce in a Nets jersey. Shit is
I
crazy.
could
man,
imagine.
that
That shit
jersey's
is
gonna be
crazy.
sold out.
That shit's gonna be sold fast.
I
I
know
ain't
I'm
gonna
getting
lie.
my
Can't buy no
jersey.
jerseys, man.
And
I
Can't
I'm
buy
might
getting
buy
my
jerseys.
AJ
jersey
the
off
Monster
rip.
jersey. I might buy AJ the Monster jersey. You know, I
I'm getting
can't.
that
Cam
jersey
Boozer
off
too.
rip.
Cam Boozer, Peterson, whoever get drafted by the Nets. whoever. I think
But we
they
just,
sold out.
I just don't know. The league just got to do, they got to do right, man. They got to do right by Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? They got to do right by us. Especially, I feel more better heading into this lottery than last year, just because I feel like we are going to at least finish bottom 3 or 4. So
I just want to get a #1 pick. I just don't want no other team to take a pick before us, yo. That shit hurts, man. That shit hurts like a motherfucker.
Yo, hold on, yeah, yeah,
we get the
yeah.
number 1 pick, I'm heading to the Barclays Center for that. I ain't gonna hold you.
Facts. I think I'm gonna walk in first time ever.
I'm definitely getting tickets to that. I
If they
gotta see.
win the
I
lottery,
gotta.
man, if they win the lottery, that shit's crazy. That shit's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, JDJ comment is funny as hell, man. Y'all ever see JDJ stuff in the chat? He be having me crying, man. I ain't gonna hold you.
We're just
But
be trying to tank, man. They wasn't winning against Miami anyway. I didn't expect Ben to drop 83, but you
We are
know,
what the Pacers pulled though. That shit was crazy. They was up by 20 tonight.
so with the, okay, see that's what I'm
game
saying
over
about
by
the
half.
They
Pacers.
was up by 20, Breezy.
But you don't think that's a little suspicious? You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, come on, man.
Facts.
Like the Pacers ain't got no business being there, man. Like seriously, like come on, bro. Like
It
yeah,
should
that's
just be
fine.
Sacramento Queens and Wizards and
Nah, man.
Nets. That's it.
No,
I
all
don't respect that shit, man.
Three
I
teams.
ain't feeling
it's
that shit.
it's nothing to respect, Breezy. It's playing by the rules of the game. The people who are ahead of the Nets are smarter than the Nets. They're not luckier. It's not conspiracy. It's none of that. They have smart organizations. You could go all the way back to Sam Cassell and them. The Nets are a 3-year cycle organization. Every 3 years they flip everything. They never stop or lay down roots or get or draft 3 or 4 or 5 players and make that their foundation. Winning teams build foundations of teams. The
But
only
we didn't have
winning
first round picks though in 2000s, 2010s. We didn't have
who you
Yo,
like
talking
in
the
the
about? The
Nets,
middle
and
Nets?
of
we had our pick.
2010
The
to
Nets
We
don't
2010.
the
had our
Nets
draft
didn't
Yeah.
capital.
the Nets
Like,
didn't have
just threw it
draft
away.
No, I'm
capital.
saying we didn't have no lottery picks, you know?
Right, because we
So
They
traded
could
for
have been.
Ben.
They could have been.
We
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 will
we
never know.
we we're the
Come
we're the
on,
mini
man.
Knicks.
Why you always
We're the
better?
mini Knicks. Every 3 years we gotta flip our team. We think
Yo.
because we're in a major market that we can't we couldn't bear not signing free agents and trying to go for it win now. We don't learn from our history. They had a beautiful opportunity, a cheat code to get there fast because they have so many picks. And then they're gonna even have picks after they stop tanking that's gonna be coming in from other teams. They just blew it. I need y'all to understand that. Like I don't even watch the games no more. I'm not doing that to myself.
But
I
yo,
deleted
pop,
Optimum.
they just played like 3 more games. The worst record played like 2 or 3 more games than us. That I think that's why. If we play the same amount because of that
No,
bullshit,
the
we'd be in the
the
same
reason
record right now.
the reason why is bad organization. A bad organization doesn't communicate. Obviously, Jordy is doing his thing. The Nets front office is doing their thing, and the ownership thinks a completely other thing. This is called being a bad organization. That only reason why I came up is because, like, to make sense of it, we will start creating conspiracy theories. We do that in life. We do that with real serious shit. We
Bro,
start making.
I'm not making no conspiracy
No,
theory.
you're
I'm
saying that
listen.
you're saying that they
No,
gave it to
Uh,
Indiana. Nobody gave
no,
Indiana nothing.
no,
Indiana
no, no,
tanked.
no, no, no. When I wasn't even talking about that when you say conspiracy theory. When I was talking about was the fact that I was disagreeing with you because I feel like I'm a student of the game, saying that they want to see all of the teams that don't have an NBA championship get an NBA championship. That's why
They
they
don't.
was giving them all of this draft capital.
They don't
Regardless,
care. They didn't give them anything. They got
listen.
it. They went out
But
there.
what
They
I'm
made a
saying is,
plan and they did
what
it.
what I'm saying is, regardless of that, some of it worked, some of it did. It didn't work with the Grizzlies. They had to break it up, even though they got all that draft capital. And again, the Pacers, regardless of all of that, even with everything you said, better said, they still did not win the NBA
I,
championship, and they
I
still got to the
Facts.
Eastern Conference Finals.
Facts.
And
it
one of the
doesn't.
rules, and what hold on, and one of the rules that they said part of the tanking that they're gonna implement is this exactly what the Pacers are doing. How are you supposed to get a top
Disgusting.
pick when you was just in the Eastern Conference Finals?
They're
It
not. They're
is
not
what
gonna stop
That's the
that.
people
They
rules
say.
don't.
that
They
they
don't have
made
a
up,
problem with
Breeze.
that. They don't have.
That's
They don't have a
I'm
problem
saying,
with that
yeah,
at
That's the
but
all.
rules they
yeah,
made up.
this
Hashtag
year nobody's
nasty
gonna
work.
get punished this year.
Hashtag nasty work.
Yo, that's the rules that
It
they
is the
made up.
nasty
If,
work.
if, if it
The,
was
Shit
if
the
it
wild.
was
teams.
if it
The
was
teams that
us
take
and we
advantage
just
of
came off a championship,
the
you
teams
you
that take
telling me
advantage of the
you
rules
wouldn't
are the
want to
winning
be
teams.
you wouldn't want a chance out of the Boston regardless if you just got off a finals run?
Bro,
Your
stop
star
being
player
greedy.
just
Give it to
got
the
injured.
needy, man. Stop being greedy. Give it to the needy, man.
Nah,
The
that's
whole
They
not
got
league
even
Tyrese
knows that
logical. You
Halliburton.
live in
They
Nets
just
America.
Nets
signed
got the
Siakam.
worst
Siakam's
roster.
still on his contract. So you like, nah, man, like get out of here. They need to like skedaddle. Like
Yo,
Oh,
that.
Breezy. You know,
this is
NBA
business.
knows Nets
The Pacers out of
got
here,
the
man.
worst roster,
Get them off my
and look what
screen.
the
The
Pacers
NBA
doing.
knows the Nets
Look what the
have the
Pacers.
worst
Yeah,
organization.
NBA knows.
They
NBA
don't. They
knows.
don't. They don't believe in the Nets at all. The Nets don't believe in their players. The NBA don't believe in the Nets.
Pod,
They don't care.
No.
it
I
took
was saying like even with that,
They should
hard
care.
Pacers out
They should
tanking us.
care. But hold
pod.
on,
Pacers out tanking us.
hold on. My thing is, why wouldn't they care? And their business model is to have more than one good team in the state. They did it in
That's not their
California.
business
Hold on, let me
model.
finish. Hold on, let me finish. They did it in California. They did it in Florida. They did it in
No,
Texas. Why they can't do it in New York? It makes sense.
because the
So I
teams
don't
are
understand that
incompetent.
logic. It's backwards. It don't make
Because
Breezy,
the
sense
team.
to me, bro. They need to
Because the
focus
teams
on
are
giving us a deep
incompetent in
pick.
New York. That's why.
Breeze. The problem is Sean and Joe and Paul would agree with this. They use the market we have because we're in New York to think that that's what's going to get this team far, as opposed to doing things the right way, organic development, organic investment, actually believing in young guys.
That shit
Instead, they
went off.
decide that's not worth it because eventually a star will want out and the Nets will be in
You
line
can't
together.
hear you can't hear shit.
But that doesn't work, right, Pod? I mean, this organization does things so ass backwards. Just because you have the market doesn't mean it's automatically going to come your way.
John, forget about my opinion. Just look at the results.
Mhm.
Don't try to fill in the blanks with information that you get from the ether. You have to look at the results. Look at the teams that are good right now. They humbled themselves. They stayed in their lane. They scouted players and they drafted them their way out of the mess. Then that's the way you're supposed to do it. That's
I
how
agree with
things are
you.
supposed to work.
But what I'm saying is, I don't see the significant. It's like the way the Celtics play without Tatum, and I'm not. And again, I said this before you got on the podcast. I don't see how it's that much a difference between they role players when they role players were showing up big in the playoffs. The
Those are
Pacers role players were
championship
showing
role
up big. It
players.
wasn't. Hold on, it
You think
wasn't.
there's a Pritchard
Hold
on
on,
the Nets?
but it wasn't just Tyrese Halliburton winning those. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying that to say for them to drop and be the lowest team, that's not the right way to do it. That's you obvious. And
Even
if
the
the
backup
net,
point guard was killing them.
it's
Breeze,
too
the Pacers,
obvious,
Look,
the
bro.
they
Pacers
did
have
something
house money right now. They have to protect their pick because if they don't, it goes to the Clippers. Was that deal they made to get
exactly.
Zubac? It's like
That's
as
what I'm
much as
saying.
we hate it.
Why Adam Silva is not
Let
punishing
me
them?
finish. Let me finish.
You said it
Let
goes to
me
the
finish. Let me
Clippers.
finish.
Punishment
Wait,
for
wait.
what?
No, I'm
They're
talking
Hold
about
playing
like
by the
on.
a
rules.
Western
Can I?
Bro,
guys.
let
Western
John
guys.
say what the deal is between the Clippers
Yeah,
and
the
the
deal
Pacers.
is if it's a 1 through 4 pick, the Pacers keep it. If it's 5 through 9, the Clippers get it. Now, if it's 10 through whatever, the Pacers keep it, but they're outside the lottery. And what the Pacers are doing is they're trying to have their cake and eat it too. And you know what? We try to do the
Yes.
same damn thing, but we don't have the reason to do so. They do. They have a star. They have a secondary star. Now they're trying to get a 5th pick, which they might even not keep. They might use that to go get some big
That's
upgrade
exactly who they're
we
gonna
don't
end
But
up
know
what
with, a
I'm
fifth
about.
saying,
pick,
if
Like
the
they're playing
Knicks,
with
and
house
give it
hold on,
away.
money.
I mean, if the NBA know that they blatantly tanking, why they don't penalize them?
When are y'all
Facts.
gonna
Because
realize they
because it's
don't
the
care?
rules. It's the rules.
Like
They
they
playing
don't.
by the
Y'all,
rules.
hold on,
Why
yo.
don't y'all know
I'm
this?
starting to
Y'all have to,
understand now. I understand it now.
y'all have to understand that
Grizzlies didn't get penalized
the
Go ahead,
last
though.
year.
NBA does not care about ethics. They
Yeah.
don't care. If that was the case, we would have been rewarded a long fucking time ago. They don't
Yep.
care about ethics. They don't care about this. Oh, let's do it the jolly way. They don't give a shit.
Let's
It
play fair
just
stand
depends
over
on
They
Nolan.
doing
odds.
it jolly, man. Y'all
They
niggas,
they gave the
NBA
they gave the
doing it
Celtics
jolly,
two
man.
top 5 picks. That was ours,
What they did in
and
that
we still
Pistons,
won't learn.
what they did in that Pistons game, benching Nolan for Man because Man had some big block nobody's going to give a damn about in 5 years.
Mhm.
That to me is why we're going so backwards. That was a great opportunity for Nolan to have a huge win, probably the biggest win of his career with the team. Instead, you got him sitting on the bench. How is Nolan going to get better from beating the number one seed when he's not even on the court to do so?
We're
That is
gonna
not
we're gonna
building
drop these next 2
confidence.
games and catch up
That's
with the
built. That's
losers.
building doubt. Like as much as people keep attacking Powell's mental reasons for why he's not doing what he's doing, the kid is skilled. He's athletic. He defends. He's been a good soldier. And Jordy got to send him to the G League when Jordy says, "Oh, these young men need all the NBA experience to get better." Then why send him to the G League, Jordy? This is so hypocritical because this is a coach that did not want to do things the right way. And that's on Sean and Joe. You should have kept a developmental guy like Kevin Ali for 2 years. And if a guy like Jordy was around now, that's where you go get that coach. Not get him 2 years when you're trying to build something. Jordy don't want to build shit. He had Keon Johnson and D'Lo winning his games a year ago. Did we all forget that? That's how screwed up this thing is.
And y'all,
Yeah, we got
y'all
2016
making y'all
Warriors
making
wins.
fun. Y'all making fun of Washington, but at least Washington is playing their young guys, and now that they got Trae Young and AD, barring if he healthy or not. But their young guys in their third run, due to the run they was getting in their rookie years, not playing them over the vets, not sitting them down to beat other taking teams, but actually giving them burn and having them develop. Watch how year 3 Alex Sard look. Watch how
Yep.
Trey Johnson look next year. Watch how
Y'all
all
gonna be
these guys
saying
look last year when
Is,
Trey
is
Young
that's the
when
guy
Trey
who
Young
gave
gone.
up 83
Yeah,
points?
they might be better than us next year
Do you
because
see
they
how
guys
crazy the East, LM? Do you see
they
how
guys
crazy
are
the
just
East is?
good.
We got Detroit, we got Cavs, we got Pacers, we got Hornets, we got Hawks, we got Celtics, we got Knicks, we got Miami. That's like
We're gonna
8
get we're
teams
gonna
in
lose
our
all those games.
conference
We're
that are
gonna lose
ahead
all
of
those
us.
games.
And our 2 core guys are MPJ and Nick Claxton. We talk about MPJ. Anytime this guy speaks on a mic, he should lose $1 million. This is the guy who wants to be a leader, the guy that says we don't need a top pick. Come on. This dude is a third option shot chucker choker. That's who he is.
Peoples,
And he's telling us
let's
he
make a
wants to lead
friendly
this
bet.
team. Come on.
Peoples, let's make a friendly bet. I bet you that Jordy wins both of those Sacramento Kings games.
Oh, man.
Oh nah, don't damn
Oh,
don't
God.
say
bet
that,
you
yo.
Jordy
Don't
wins
say-
those games.
Nah, cause Sacramento
Unfortunately, he
playing good,
is.
and we're gonna sit
Unfortunately,
all
he
the
is.
guys. I hope, man. Oh
Hold
my
on,
Yo,
god,
who
don't
is
say
who
that.
the
if we lose
Sacramento
both
Kings?
of them in a
What's the
few
bet?
weeks,
What's
in
the
a few
bet,
weeks
Pod?
coming up,
Okay, what they
What's
doing
the,
the back to back?
is the money
they have
bet or
they
is
have
it like a
16
bet?
right now. So I mean, I guess that's a good thing, but
Oh,
it would be smart to.
I say we go 1-1
And we're
against the
facing
Sacramento
Philly
Kings.
we're
We go
facing
1-1.
Philly this weekend without Embiid, without George, and now without Maxey, who has a pinky strain.
But they beat the
Great.
Grizzlies
Yeah.
tonight.
Keeps
They're
getting
gonna beat
better
us
for
too.
us.
They're gonna beat us.
We gotta
not.
hope
They're
XCOM go.
they're going in full tank mode now.
Man.
Nah, it's too late for that, Pod.
They're
I'm
almost
sorry.
missing a pick.
No,
They're
they
near
they
the
trying to
Yo,
pull
lottery.
a
Pod. Like,
Dallas
look,
last
we
year.
got 48 losses, and Thursday is gonna be 49th, and
Do you
Nah,
then
guys
but
in Philly, number
Philly at
50.
least is gonna be a playing
So,
team though. They
so
not gonna.
do you guys know that
It's
we
way
right there, Pod. We
too
right
late
there,
for them
yo.
to.
Do you guys know that the Clippers and the the Philly pick, they're now right next to each other. They're either right in the lottery or just outside of the lottery. And we don't care about protecting our own pick. This is insane. Sean and Joe either must be the most confident men in the world, which they aren't, or they're the most idiotic men in the world, which I think we all kind of feel. Like if you think you're gonna get rewarded a top pick when the NBA don't give a crap about you, this is insane. If you were bottom 3, at least you know where you can land up. Top 5, top 6, top 7. 4th pick, you could stay at 4 or go to 10. And we're dropping low
We're not gonna
8.
end up number 4.
This is going to be the biggest collapse of epic proportions we've ever seen. They got their picks back, but they don't give a damn where they land. How are they in charge of anything?
We might surprise Utah with that first spot.
I don't understand what y'all want him to do.
Last year
sat
lottery
down
really screwed us.
They sat
Last year
Jaeger for the
lottery.
rest of the season.
That was
Screw Yegor. Say MPJ.
MPJ didn't play. MPJ played today. They lost by 40.
We
MPJ
drafted a
didn't play
guy who can't
yesterday.
dribble.
To be fair, Gary, they did have Kate playing. So I mean,
Hold on. I don't
Yo,
understand how Gary, you say you don't understand what you want them to do. They
You
sat
want
a
him to
rookie.
shoot at you want him to shoot at the wrong basket? You want him to have Day
Yes.
run the point? What do you
Right.
want?
Yes.
Okay.
No, but hold
Yes.
on.
Okay,
If
let me
they
ask you
lose-
this. Let me ask you
If
this.
they
I'm an
lose by
NBA.
140, if they lose by 140, or if they lose by 105, it doesn't matter. They're a losing team. They're a shit
Understood.
team. They're
Nah,
giving
nah,
you
but hold
nothing
on.
to enjoy.
Listen.
And if you
listen,
enjoy those fake ass wins against G
Yeah.
leaguers, then you playing yourself.
Listen, hold on.
You're not good.
Let me read this comment right here. Claude Smith, here, moderator. He said the Pelicans and the Pacers will find 500,000 and 100,000 respectively by the NBA February 13,
You know,
2026.
Pelicans not tanking. They don't have their pick.
Hold on.
What are they talking about?
He talking about Utah Jazz. I think he talking about Jazz.
He said that that's not going to stop him. Even if he got the wrong
Jazz.
team. Hold on, bro, let me say this. Even if they got the wrong team, 500,000 is not stopping an NBA team for tanking.
Yeah, it's not a lot of
You
money.
gotta,
No
you gotta
good team is stopped unless the rules change. As long as the rules are the rules, no good team, no good clear organization.
They gotta be. They
wavers
gotta
on
be
the tank.
something like, say for instance, they need money to get a player they want. They gotta impact that kind of money,
or they got to take away
for
the
them
future
to
first
shy
round
away
pick.
from tanking.
Yo, it's not even about the bread. I don't think it's about the bread.
They gave more money to Grant Nelson than that 500,000.
You can find them a mill. You can find them a mill. To me, the only thing I feel like if you're really true about cracking down on this tanking crap, give Pacers a 6th pick. Give Utah, make Utah be the 8th
till they
pick.
get the 6th pick.
If y'all really serious about it, show us y'all serious about it. If not, shut up, take the fun, and keep doing what you're doing. But other than that, if you're not showing me y'all real about these teams doing outrageous stuff and they not being suffering consequences, then why should we care about freaking doing this shit the right way? Like,
you know what's hilarious to me? Somebody told me today Joe Tsai is so scared of Adam Silver he doesn't want to pay a fine. Isn't Joe Tsai a billionaire? Does this guy have like technology money? He's got money all across the islands of the world.
He lost money though.
He
He lost a bunch of money.
Because this is like wild. This is like wild to me. So you want guys like Day'Ron Sharp who are playing for their NBA careers to lose on purpose?
No,
they're not losing on purpose, Gary.
What you guys want?
They got no
Doesn't
choice
make
but to lose because they're not good enough.
Gary, come on.
No, Gary, they're not losing on purpose. It's just we're not. They're not losing on purpose. They're just not good enough.
You want Drake Powell like
so let me ask you.
But they got 17 wins though.
What they want.
They got 17
Gary,
wins.
tell me what you want. You want to hold on a second. Let me ask the question. Let me set it up the way you did. Do you want to sit in purgatory at 20 to 30 wins for the next 5 years?
No, that's not what I want.
That's obviously what you want, because you don't want to do the thing that gets teams out of that. You have to get a star. You are in the new CBA, Gary. Gary, you're in the new CBA. You can't
have to get a great
just go sign
prospect.
3 max
What
players.
you're suggesting isn't what works. If it did, Charlotte and Utah and Washington would be running the NBA because they tank every year.
So how did Detroit get there? How did Detroit get there? How did the Spurs get there? How did OKC get there?
The Spurs traded for
Charlotte drafted Brandon Miller.
Okay, let me answer your question. OKC traded for the best player in basketball. They traded Paul George for the best player in basketball. If we could have traded Ben Simmons for Joker, I would have made that trade. If I could have traded Ben Simmons,
see, that's where you get it.
We didn't know that at the time. They didn't know that at the time.
That's why the math is so. Hold on, let me answer that question. That's why the math is so wrong in your head. You think they traded for the best player in the NBA?
They didn't?
No. They
how'd they get the best player in basketball?
Traded for
they took a chance.
Rookie. They traded for a Clippers rookie that the Clippers barely played. They took that player, developed him, and then filled their team with a bunch of rookies from draft picks that they tanked for. You can't sit here and just go, oh, they got SGA. They didn't get SGA. They got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander out of Kentucky.
Understood.
And they built him. And they built him into what he is. They ran him out there. No. You need to know the whole history. They ran him out there. They ran Shea out there with rookies. They ran Shea out there with rookies. A year after, they drafted 4 rookies, not 5 like we did. They drafted 4 rookies, and they played them all. They played them all. They sent one to the G League, and he's now a major part of what they do.
Yo, y'all complaining about the Nets losses now. Do you know what OKC losses was looking like before they became what they were?
What they have 2
Like-
bad seasons?
You remember
3.
Sixers lost 73
Two
games.
tanking seasons. On
73.
top of that, with Shea.
And we
With
got
Shea.
Michael
They was
Porter Jr.
they was horrible in the West.
We should have
Before
won
they-
like
before they
9
got
games
shut.
this season, just
And
like the
Jalen
Sixers
Williams.
did.
Right, and
We should've won like 9 games.
and you can't get stuck on OKC. How did Detroit do it? Look at Charlotte.
People,
Charlotte
if we
is a
won
good
9
little young
games this
team.
year, hang on.
That's what we should have done.
This
That's what,
we would have
I'm mad
hang
about
on,
17 wins.
Stop. We would have the exact same odds of getting the number 1 pick as we do right now. So if we went 9,
No, we wouldn't.
70, yes, we
No,
would.
we wouldn't. That's
Yes, we
absolutely
would.
not true.
Go look at the odds.
We're the 4th
No,
right
I
now.
know the odds in
We're
my
the
head.
4th right now.
You're 3rd.
I don't need to go look at the odds. They don't. It's not the exact same thing.
They won
You-
too many
Yes, it is.
games,
The top
Gary.
3 teams,
They
the
won too
bottom,
many
however
games.
you want it, the bottom 3 teams all have the same exact odds.
That's
as
not
getting the number
true. You're
1
getting
pick.
bad
That is
information.
true.
That's not true.
You can look it up right now on NBA Tankathon.
It is not
1, 2,
true.
and 3.
Can I ask you a question? All
Go
right,
ahead.
so I'll let you answer your own question. Can the number 2 pick, can the number 1 pick below 5?
No, the number 1 can't pick below 5. No.
That's what we need.
No, they
That's
can't.
what we need.
So how is the odds the same when the second pick can pick?
No, I
5
said I'm
and
getting
6?
I said the same odds. If
No,
you
he's
have
talking
one.
about the state. He's talking about the bottom 3 teams. They all have the same percentage to at least get
Yeah.
1, 2,
Yeah.
or 3. That is a fact. That is
No,
a fact.
But
He's
the
not
3
lying
can
about that.
fall
That's
to
not
8
true
or
because
7.
50%,
7. Yeah.
50% of the entire draft is not available to the top 3. But to the top 1, they're not even thinking about 66% of the draft.
They're
Most
not thinking
of the
about the
draft
6th
is
pick.
not available to them.
They're
From
thinking about the
6
5th
down,
pick.
they can't fall
Yeah.
that far. That's why they're fighting. Like if what you're saying, the best GMs in the NBA are fighting to get down to the bottom. Why? Because the
They're not.
odds is
Because
better.
AJ Bostic dropped
They
40
aren't.
points tonight. That's
They
why
aren't.
AJ Bostic
Brad
dropped 40
Stevens did not
points.
try to get to the
But
bottom.
what does it say when you're even if you're fighting to the bottom to be the bottom 3, and the team with the 5th best odds get a higher pick than you?
Mhm.
Then what does it say then? It doesn't. Philly had the 5th best odds, and they got a higher pick than Utah and Washington. Like
No, I'm
to
just
me,
saying, but
that's
we
playing
what happened to
favorites.
last year lottery? We need the best, like secure. We need to be secure
Nah,
that
screw that.
we don't have
We
to
need
think
to be
about the
bottom
number 6
five
pick.
in general.
We don't have to think
Obviously
about the number 6
tanking and getting the number 1 pick, like New Orleans did to get Anthony Davis and Zion. They won the lottery of all lotteries twice. And I mean, look how many championships they've won. I mean, they've
They're a
been
bad
But they're in
organization.
it
yeah,
all
they
the
are winning
time.
championships left and right. I mean, they are like the most
they're
incredible
a
franchise I've
horrible
ever seen.
organization, but so is the
Oh.
Nets.
Oh,
But
okay.
Nets are a
they
horrible
had a
organization.
face of the franchise, Gary. They had a face
Right.
for the
And how-
franchise.
I
how
would
did- and how did it
trade.
work
I
out?
would
How many
trade being a
championships they
horrible organization with
How many
Zion
playoff rounds did they win?
and with
None, right?
with AD.
Well, Zion
than
was
being
fat.
a horrible organization with Michael Porter Jr.
Zion
Y'all
was
are
fat.
crazy.
So Gary, you want to keep MPJ, right? You want to extend him because you think he's a second star, right? Is he really a second star with this team?
I would extend them. Within reason, yeah, for sure.
Well, I would go 2 years and that's it. He's already making 4 next. You just got to think about this too. Like, it's hard for me to watch because
The
he's
both
just
of
a
you are
shot
crazy.
chucker most of the time. Like,
What if
think
he
he's
from
the third
what if he from
legitimate
his
all-star.
conference?
If they draft
Star in the
AJ
championship.
Debinski, he's out of
Third
here.
not
legitimate.
material.
If they draft Koa Pete, he's out of here. Like nobody is
Oh,
keeping.
Nah, Pa, you can't say that. You can't say that.
We're
If
not
we draft
drafting no Koa
AJ,
Peep, man.
I'm
We're
not
not
sure
drafting no
MPJ
Koa
out of here, bro. I can agree with that. I'm
No,
not sure
I'm-
MPJ out of there, even if
I
you
don't
get
think
AJ.
I don't think he's out of here because nobody wants that contract, even as an expiring. The MPJ will be here, but they're not going to re-sign him. They can't be that.
Oh
stupid.
yeah, for sure. I think he'll be out of here next year.
We definitely got to move Claxton. I mean, him and Durant, like it's so embarrassing.
And the injury that
Like,
he
we see
that
our
he should
center
have
versus
gotten
their
this
center.
year,
It's
he's
like
going to
it's
get
like
it
two
next
different
year.
leagues. I mean, Gary, how much longer we put up with Claxton, man? This is atrocious.
This is the final season, probably. This is
Yo,
the
we
final
could have
season.
really been third spot right now and
They
been at
should have
50
been.
closest.
They should have been
That shit is
traded him.
crazy.
There, he has
You
no
know what
value.
they said
We
tonight? The
still got
commentators.
time. Hold on, let me say something real quick
wait,
because y'all make valid points about, you don't have to necessarily be the worst team to get the best pick. Hold on, let me just submit real quick, see what happens. You know what I'm saying?
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Kaboom!
Hey,
No, he did it one
Hey!
time. You did it one time, and you keep
One
it like
time, that
that,
was the
yo.
first time.
That's
Keep it
Yo,
it.
like
that,
that, my guy.
that's the only
What's
thing
I
the
like
Nets
that
have.
energy.
The Nets have is luck. I don't know
Yeah,
how
I
that's
don't like that
gonna
What y'all
number
work,
got
two
to say
Dallas
about
though.
but you
that?
gotta
What's up with
just
the
To
take
be
the
Dallas?
luck at some
not to
point.
be fair, Pod, it's luck for everybody, bro.
Listen, hold on. Let me say this.
You gotta. I believe in making your
Listen,
own luck, but they,
listen.
you know,
Hold on.
No,
they're gonna.
it is luck for everybody.
Listen.
Sacramento can be
Listen.
5.
Hold
And,
on.
you
Listen.
know,
This is. Hold on. I just want to say this wasn't me. Y'all already know what it is. This is Tankathon. If it
Yeah,
happened this way, I just want to move the conversation to AJ DeBonsha or Boozer. Let me start it by saying because what I seen tonight that shows what the play that the Brooklyn Nets need, bro. I don't need to look no further. AJ DeBonsha, you know what I'm saying? Put him on
yo, but
game.
this is my point though, right? See how Brooklyn got 1 and Sacramento is the worst team in the NBA, and them niggas went to 5. This is what I'm talking about.
Talk your
Like,
shit.
Yeah, but
just because you
it's
the
better
worst
when
team,
we
you can still
secure
get
though. When we
screwed.
secure with the
yeah.
top
You
You
five.
can still get
build your team
screwed.
on hope.
Still, you don't have to worry though. You know what
Y'all
I
can
mean?
build your team on hope and prayers.
I don't build my team off
Bro,
hope. I
we got
build it
the
off
Look,
number one
results
pick.
and
What you
building
mean?
something.
yo,
This whole lottery shit is hope. What you mean?
No, you
I'd rather
you can't.
wait until people
I don't
pick.
want to be able to pick below 5. If
That's
I
what I'm
even
saying.
It's
have to,
just
if I pick
I'd
what
5,
rather
you
I'm
wait
going
till
guys
below
they
are
5.
pick the number one
suggesting
pick.
Wait,
is
hold
wild.
on.
Like you guys have
Hold
played
on,
sports.
hold on.
How many
Y'all
times do you
missing
play sports trying to lose so that someone else can take your job? It's like I don't even
y'all
understand.
y'all are missing the point. Even if
This roster
you
is not
talking
good.
hold on, Todd, you talking about yo, I don't want to pick 5. Cool. Even if below 5, totally agree. Only problem with that is what if we're the worst team in the NBA? We 5 if Indiana won in the top 3.
It
I'm gonna be
it
tight,
it doesn't
yo,
it
That's
son.
a
doesn't
possibility.
you could be angry about that, but at the same time you have to go for that.
You have
That
to
like
go for it, yeah.
you
You have
you
to go
you
That's
for it.
true.
have
I
to
don't
you have to
disagree,
give
but
yourself you have to give
You know
yourself the
why? Because
highest
you have to,
odds
like,
to
yeah,
get
everybody,
Cam
all the Nets
Newton,
fans have
to
to
get
close their
AJ
eyes
DeBancer, to
when they
get
open up the number five
When this
envelope.
season started,
They
we
have to
all
close
agreed
their
this
eyes.
yo,
started with the most
it
important
is
draft in Nets history. And since then, people have said, well, we have MPJ, we have Claxton, we could somehow glue this all together. Look how
yeah,
crazy the East is right now. I just
yo,
said 8 or 9 teams before that are ahead of us. Like, we're
it
just
isn't
Gary,
it's an
Gary, you
for
come on,
every
you rather skip like a 10 through 6. Come on,
for
guys.
every
I know you guys rather
for
skip that
everybody in here,
than be nervous as fuck.
can we all agree that
Because
for
we got the
everybody
eighth pick
in
last
here,
year.
can
We
we
got the
all
eighth pick.
agree that for everybody in here, right? Can we all agree the Nets need to at least be in the top 3, correct?
hell yes, of
Number
course.
one,
So
Look at our
I'd rather have
roster.
a
if
worse
you
record.
but look, right? But if we are cool, I agree as well. We need to be in the top 3. But if we are the worst team in the NBA is telling us, regardless if you are the worst team, nigga, we can still drop you to 5.
That's fine.
yeah.
But what if you
That's
Drop
get
fine.
dropped to 3? But
if
Ella,
you
what if you get
drop me
dropped
to
to
5, I
3?
prefer that than being dropped
It,
to 8.
that's
True,
facts. That's
true.
facts.
I don't want that
I agree.
option. I want to walk into the lottery knowing that I can't pick below 5.
That's facts.
Right. I
And
Thank
it's
you,
agree with
not
Pod.
that.
That's
it's
I
true.
Thank
agree
you,
with
That's
that.
Pod.
true.
and
That's
it's
true.
not your and the thing about it is it's not me that said that. Like a lot of people are like, oh, your Pod, you the tanking guy. No, don't do
No,
that to me.
no.
I didn't trade 4 picks to get back 2. To get
Right.
my own 2. If you trade for your picks back, if you send out 4 first-round draft picks and get back 2, that means you're all in for the tank,
And
right?
they haven't been all in.
To
And
be
they
fair,
haven't been all
Pod,
in.
what does it say, including last year in Utah got 8, so I'm not necessarily. But what does it say last year? If you are the worst team in the NBA and you think you got a chance at Cooper Flag and Dylan Harper, and the second pick goes to San Antonio.
But you get Ace Bailey
But
though.
you get Ace
That's
Bailey. And
true, but
Ace
still,
in this
but Dylan, look
division
what Dylan is
is much more
doing.
Like
digestible.
that's why you do everything in your power to
Mhm.
make sure you don't
Mhm.
pick 6 and below.
That's facts.
Hang on. Let me
But
pause.
but what do you?
I gotta ask you. When you say you do that, the subject is you. Who are you referring to? You want Danny Wolf and Noah Clowney to
I'm
take
the
the ball,
GM that
shoot
traded
it in
for
the wrong basket,
my
throw
picks
it out of
back.
bounds,
I had
get
4
get
first
cut
round.
out of the NBA so the Nets can get the Bansa? Like it doesn't work that
I
way.
had 4.
Yeah,
I had
it's the
I had 4
monster.
picks. Hold on a
The
second. I had
monster.
4 first round picks.
Yeah.
Last year, one of them went 10th, 2 picks behind my pick.
Yeah.
2 picks behind. I literally paid 2 first round picks to move up 2 places.
That's crazy.
Right.
That's
So
fucking crazy.
if I'm that GM that traded for my picks, there's no other choice. There's
I don't
we
understand. So
there's-
like
we
you
had
can't-
to
you're not
draft Igor, who got no
enter-
handles.
Hang on,
Who
people.
got no
Pod, you're
handles.
not entertaining what I'm asking you. So you want Noah Clowney and Danny Wolf, these marginal NBA guys, to risk their job in the NBA and lose on purpose and possibly get cut or sent to the G League.
That's
No,
not
yeah, tell them
nonsense.
secure
No,
ass
no,
down.
no, no,
That's
no. That's not what
nonsense.
we saying. That's not what we saying.
I don't
Gary.
But that's
understand your
nonsense.
position.
So, like,
I don't
you
understand
think
your position.
my position is exactly what the Spurs position is. It's exactly what the OKC and Detroit and all the teams at the top of the NBA right now is that to do the best thing to accumulate and acquire talent, no matter what.
Wait, Pod,
Gary,
hold
don't you
on.
want
Let
to
me put
have
it.
Kate Cunningham? Gary, don't you want to have?
Hold
Cade
on.
Cunningham?
Hold on. Let me put it the best. Let me put it the best way for Gary.
I'd rather have Joker though. Yeah, I'd like to have Kate Cunningham, but I'd rather
No,
have
I'm just saying.
Gary,
I'm talking about
Gary,
talent.
let me.
I'm talking about
Hold on.
talent.
Hold
So we
on.
can
Let me
draft.
put
You
it.
can
Let
still
me put
have
it the best
Joker.
way though, right? Let me
You
put
can
it the
still
best
have
way for
Joker.
Gary.
arguments. Would I like to have Kate Cunningham? Obviously, I'd like to have Kate Cunningham.
Gary, look,
No, I'm
right?
talking
So
about
look,
talent,
right?
Gary. Talent.
Hold
Like,
on,
we
hold
don't
on.
have
So
that kind of
Gary,
talent.
look, right?
Yes, Peoples, I would like to have good players. Would you like to have Jalen Brunson?
And you want
I
But
guess.
I
Yeah.
don't want a
Okay.
5'11".
I don't want.
I don't want a
Yes,
5'11"
I would
point
like
guard.
to.
No,
I would like to.
hold on.
it's
But
never
look,
gonna
right?
work.
Let me.
He's
If you
he's a little beast though.
but
He's a little
look
beast.
for our roster, right? For the Brooklyn Nets roster, to put it the best way possible, right? If you look at our roster, let's say if we're coming, and the reason why we're saying this, Gary, for your question, we're not saying for them to go out and lose. For me, I'm saying they're going to lose regardless because we don't have the talent. It's going to naturally come as losses. We're not telling them to go out and yo play bad so we can. No, they players. They're gonna have
don't
pride.
understand what
Like
you guys are saying. Like we're winning too many games. Like I don't know
Gary,
what you're.
Yeah,
so if you're
17 wins.
coming into a
17
season,
of
Gary,
so look,
they're
48 does
hold
not
on,
not good
hold on,
wins.
hold
enough.
on, hold
It's
They're
on.
not
If
good
not
you're
enough.
coming,
wins.
if you're coming
A
into
win
a
is when you
season,
go out there when
That's
two
what he
teams go out
said.
there
You
full
guys.
hold
strength
on, but look, right?
and
If you're
fight each
going into
other.
this, if you're going into this season, so Gary, let me put it this way: if you're going into this season, if the Nets have the same roster as San Antonio, are you telling this team to tank? No. We
No.
got Wemby. We got our guys. Why do we need to tank for? We
We
got a
got fucking
team.
Wemby,
We don't
man.
need.
I got,
We don't need to
We
go
got
out and
Wemby.
lose.
You're
let me-
telling like that's what I'm saying. Like you're telling Noah Clowney, please go out there and just miss all of your shots so we can lose. And
No,
we
No,
we're not saying
no, you
that.
don't have to do
I
that.
don't
They
understand what
don't
you
have to
want.
do
I don't
that.
get what you want.
I
Gary,
want them to
man.
play the I want them to
Come on.
play the kids. I
They
want them to
do.
play the kids without a
Yo, they
hook.
they gave
I want
Spurs
you to put
3 generational players, man. Tim
Gary,
Duncan,
so Gary,
David Robinson,
were you okay
and
with
Wemby.
them subbing Nolan
And
Trayor
Wemby.
in that fourth quarter for Terrence Mann to win that game? Would you
3,
rather have Nolan
Gary.
in there to win that game?
I would rather
3.
have Trey out there, right? I
Yes.
don't understand why Terrence Mann is still on this team, but he is.
Thank you.
So
Yeah. That's what we're just talking about. Like
that's
they're making
the
this too
point.
much about the vets
I've
and not
said it.
enough about the kids. That's
I've,
our only real issue
I've
here.
said it a
It's not
million
they're not
times,
paying
It's
for
a
them.
John
learning
and,
experience.
and
The
Gary.
kids,
I've said it a
development.
million times. The number one duty for the Nets is to develop the players. To
Right.
develop the
right?
players. It does. I
Yeah.
said that's job one and that's job
I
2.
agree with
Give
you.
the
This
kids
season is.
minutes. And
I
what is
Okay,
agree.
Jordy
like, bro,
doing?
Agree on that.
They should
Jordy
have been in
is
the starting
ending
lineup.
games.
They should have. They
The
bro,
should have
problem,
won
we
the
like
got, we
problem,
got,
7 or
the
9
problem
games like
is
that.
the
7, maybe
problem
7.
is some net fans
7.
is thinking that the tankers who are asking the team to lose, we're telling the players not to go out there and play their best. It doesn't correlate like that. We
It's
know
not the
the
way it
team is
works.
going to lose because the team is bad. They
We
have
all
no
agree with that.
talent.
We all agree with
Right.
that.
okay,
So it's going to
okay.
naturally come as losses, which is
But they
going to
still
lead
won
to a higher
17
pace.
games.
Well,
Just
hold
play
on.
your
Clem.
And, this,
kids.
They
and, this,
still
and
won
this the
17
problem
games.
I have with some of y'all Nets fans. Y'all like Y'all kills me with this shit. Like when y'all be talking about the top 3 picks, bro, y'all got to study other players outside the fucking draft. I don't know how many times I got to keep saying that shit. I know
That's
y'all
not.
be wanting
That's
Nah,
I
AJ
know
hold
the
on,
whole
hold
Johnson
on,
and all
top
this
hold
10.
on.
I
bullshit.
know the whole
Hey,
top
Okay,
10
yeah.
in this
There
hold
is
on.
draft.
Hey,
I
players
know
that
that
are
because I
better
studied
than
the
him
whole
in
top
I know,
10.
draft.
but we
I
want the
And
know.
top
that's
3, man.
proven. I
But
know
We
hold
the
on, hold
want
on,
the
players
hold on.
top
better
I
than
three
know
him,
that,
One
but
talent.
mic,
hold
one
on,
and
mic.
but
don't
Chill.
chill,
have
Let
chill,
him
any
chill.
He's
finish.
proof of
Let
saying
him.
that.
that there are
Hold on,
good
hold on, hold on.
players outside
I
of the
know
top
that.
3 who you can
We
get.
know
But it's
players
other
outside of the top
players.
3.
One mic.
It's
Hold
other
on.
players in
Just
that
one at a
draft
time.
have
You
the
know,
same
you know what's up,
potential
man.
as
Trying
them.
to win a
Hold on,
lottery.
Gary. Hold on. Let's go to let CJ finish. Then we're gonna go right to
Go ahead,
Gary.
go ahead,
Go
go
ahead,
ahead,
CJ.
go ahead. My bad.
C-
Yeah, and
CJ,
other
give
players
me your
in that
players.
draft
Give me
that
your
could be.
players 7 and down. That's
All
better
right, so hold on.
than
Let
6
CJ
and up.
finish, bro. Let him
That's
finish.
facts, Pod. That's
Go ahead,
facts.
CJ.
What I was saying, just because you rank higher, don't mean you better than them. That like they kills me with that bullshit. They think, well, you get top 3, man, it's fucking over, bro. They kills me with that shit. Like I'm tired of hearing that bullshit.
Look,
That's not
listen,
true.
you're what you're
So
saying is not
CJ, give
true.
us a player in this
What
draft
you're
at
saying is
10 that's
not
better
true.
than AJ DeMonster.
Do you not see what Cam Boozer is doing in Duke right now? You can't
Yes,
tell
I
that
see.
he's a
Yes, I
different
see
kind of
that.
player.
But guess what? I could look at other players and the other players at 6 and 7. I could say, well, I could take them.
All
They
right,
could be something too,
give him to
But
me.
not every game, though. They're
huh?
not doing it
Oh,
every
Give
game.
so
give me
C,
who's
wait,
6
wait,
and
wait,
give
wait,
me
hold
your
on,
6 and
hold
7.
on. So
Give me
CJ,
your
to
6
your
and
point,
7. Let's
right?
make a
If that's
conversation
the
out of it.
hold
I'm
on,
not
hold
gonna
on,
say what you're
Pod,
saying is wrong.
hold on,
Prove
Pod. To
me,
his point,
prove it.
right? Hold on. To his point, if that is the case, if that is the point, right? Then that would mean that Yegor should be better than Dylan right now, right?
We wish.
To be
We
let me tell
wish.
you, to be honest, I don't give a damn if we don't land 3, 4, or 5. As long as we land between 5, 4, or 6 or 7, I'm fucking good.
Oh my
You're
God.
good
I
with
hope not,
7?
man.
I'm
He's
good
he's
with 6 and
talking
7
about
I
because I
he's
hope
could
talking
not.
about
look.
He's
So
talking
Because
about
look,
who
Nate
you
because
gonna
look,
Ament
because
pick? You
look,
as
gonna
a
because
pick
look.
as a reach
Vogler?
pick.
Okay,
Nate,
so
What
who
about
you get at
Vogler and
7? So
Ament?
who you gonna choose at 7? So who
Nate,
would
I
you
meant
pick at 7?
Nate, I
Nate
meant.
Ament. Nate Ament. Worst
Okay,
case
I'm not
You
scenario,
mad
Nate
at
think
that.
Nate
Ament.
Oh,
Ament?
I'm not
Tunde.
Hold
mad
on,
at
hold on,
that.
time out,
I
time
Tunde
out,
want to
time out,
get
time
him
out,
on
time out, time
record.
out.
I want to get him on
I
wax.
tagged John,
You
and I
think Nate
tagged
Ament?
Breezy, and
You
I
believe
tagged
Nate Ament is
Gary.
gonna
I
bet
tagged
is
all them
gonna
in
be
our post.
better than Boozer?
I'm not mad at
I
Nate Amin at
hold on,
7.
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Nate
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 Command
Ament,
could
in
Ament
be
at
the
my
7
best.
is
Hold on, hold
good.
on,
opinion,
hold on, hold on,
so
hold
But
on, hold
he's
on. Let me
not
So
the
you
bouncer.
think
hold on,
that
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
him
Let
and
me say
Boozer are
this.
gonna
Let me
have the
hold up.
same
Let me say this
career?
real quick. Let me say this real quick. Let me say this real quick. If you develop Nate Ahmed right, and you put him in a weight room, 5 years from now, he could be the best player in the draft.
He'll
You
be
know that,
Lamarcus
right?
Aldridge. He won't be
Bro,
the
hold on,
best
hold on,
player
hold
in
on,
the drafts.
hold on,
He'll
hold on,
be a
hold on.
very good
Nah, he could be
all-star.
better than LA. He can be
I
alright. He can
don't
be
think
better
he's
than
gonna
He
be
is,
Lamar
better than the
Odom.
bro. The
bouncer.
dude,
Lamarcus Aldridge.
bro.
Nate
Nate Ahmed
Ament
is
could
6'10" and still
Nate
growing.
Ament could Nate Ament could
Yeah,
be our Jalen
I
Johnsons when
think
it's
he
Nate
could
time to
Amin
right
get
in
could
that
be
better.
same
an
court,
all-star. I think Nate Amin could be an all-star for sure. He
but
definitely
he's
could be
not.
an all-star.
Yo,
He's not a
y'all know that.
franchise-changing player
How
like
do
the
you know
Dancer
that?
or Peterson
How do
or
you know that?
Boozer
You
Yeah,
don't
because
know
I've
that until you
watched him
develop him
play.
right. You don't know that
Because
shit.
I've watched him play.
Yeah, you
I've
watching
watched
college. You
Boozer.
not watching, bro. You not watching him develop. You watching college, bro.
so what
Watching him in college is probably the second
Everybody gonna
best
have a
league.
weakness to their
He's
game.
18 years old. He's 18 years old, and he has Duke #1 in college basketball. If he wins the
Mm-hmm,
NCAA this year,
mm-hmm.
he's the winningest player of what used to be an amateur player in the history of basketball. More wins because Lou Alcindor didn't play AAU. He has more AAU championships. That dude is an instant floor raiser.
CJ, we
Instant.
need
For you
we
not
need
to
the
for
I think it's CJ, right?
To,
We need the
to,
top
Pod,
three
to his point,
talent, CJ.
to
We need the
play
top
devil's
three
this is
talent.
not the
advocate,
same like 2024.
though, to
The
play devil's
2024
advocate though,
draft, you
it
can
could
say
be
shit like that.
can I
Let me
just
let
no.
me
say
ask y'all
something?
But
something.
hold
But
The
on.
this
best. Let me
draft,
ask y'all something. If the
this
best
draft
players in
ain't
the
that
league top three
draft.
picks, hold up. The best players in the league is top 3 picks. Cause last time I checked,
Mostly,
they not.
Can
Yeah,
I
mostly.
what
just
about
say
Luca?
can I just say
Some
something
of
Luca's
to
them
number
are,
CJ?
3
some of
pick.
them
That's
aren't.
fucking Luca,
It's
bro.
Jason
Wait,
Tatum,
Luka was
number
a
Wemby
three
top
is
3
pick.
Joker
pick.
is
Yeah,
Tatum.
Jason
NBA.
Tatum,
They
number
not
3 pick.
considered the best player in the
so
league right now.
CJ, let me say something. What
number
he's
one pick.
saying is, listen, we have to look at a
You're
possible
talking
reality.
about
The
an
top four
anomaly in
has
Jokic.
What Mike?
Wait,
Yeah, what Mike?
If what you said made sense, every year there would be a team that drafts a Jokic 30.
No,
Yeah, it happens like once 25 years.
What
Probably once
TJ's
25 years.
saying is there is a possible reality, a sad reality, where top four isn't in our draft. We all want it, obviously, but if you do get 5 through 7, there's a lot of
Oh
point
my God.
guards
I
available
hope
at that
not,
point.
man.
But what we're saying is, instead of going for the point guard, since you drafted 5 guards this past summer, the next best wing after Caleb Wilson is Nate Ahmed. If I have the 5th or 6th pick, the one guy I feel comfortable about reaching on is Nate Ament because we need to upgrade the wing position. Noah Clowney's been atrocious.
Yeah,
This dude had all
Nate
year
Ament would
to
be a
develop
nice
his
to have.
game. And
Nate
that's what
Ament
he's
is a
Noah
saying.
very
Clowney got
good.
That's
no
what CJ's
handle
Nate
back.
saying.
Ament is a player
That's
I
what
No
watched
CJ's
handle.
since high
saying.
school. I've been telling y'all about Nate Ament. But the reality is this is a different draft. This is like the LeBron draft where you had, in the top 5, Melo and Wade and even Darko Milicic. He was nice in Europe back then before the NBA knew how to scout Euros.
So you would
Still,
draft a point
you
guard
you
probably
could have
5
got
to
But to,
7.
in a draft where there's a LeBron and a Carmelo and those type of players. You're saying don't tank, and you're the worst. You have the worst roster in the NBA, the very worst
no,
roster
Pod,
in the
he's
NBA.
to CJ's point. I could agree in some way that Cameron Boozer can be all of that, and in the NBA not pan out to that. I'm not saying that he
I
won't,
think he's gonna be
but that is
great
a
in the
but
NBA
that
too.
is a
He's gonna be
I,
great.
that is a
I think
possibility.
if you could look
He's gonna
at
be great.
him, a guy who is and even just basic
He's
shit
250
stats, right?
pounds already,
He's
man.
22.
Already.
He's 22 and 10. Zion didn't put those numbers up.
Yo, imagine he's
You understand what
250
I'm
at
saying?
19
Like
years old.
Yeah,
He's
Zion didn't put
250.
those numbers up,
y'all want to
and
know
he's
what Bagley's numbers
18.
was at Duke? Y'all want to know what Bagley's numbers were at Duke?
Yo,
Tell me.
but look at
They had,
Bagley's
Bagley was balling at
Bagley's
Duke too.
but
frame.
Bagley
Look at
wasn't putting
Bagley's
up.
frame though.
I'll pull up the numbers. Bagley wasn't putting up. Bagley wasn't putting up Cam Boozer numbers. Cam Boozer's different. Y'all, if y'all watch college
I
ball
don't
like that, you
disagree.
know it's true.
I
He's
don't
gonna be
disagree. He's
dominating a
amazing.
rookie season. He's gonna be
Yo, the
dominating
world,
big
You
man.
know why
yo,
Boozer's so
He's gonna be
Peterson
different? His
dominating
falls
big man.
father has
into our
put a
hands. Do you
lot of
understand how much
investment
better
in him.
Peterson
That's
is
why.
than every player that we have right now? He could come in the league, get hurt, be a nutcase. All that shit is true. But when we're just talking about basketball skill, just ability,
Crazy.
Peterson is
You know,
like Peterson and the distance between Peterson and
The
someone
monster
who I
Boozer.
think the Nets will
Mhm.
probably draft, Mikael Brown.
Oh
There's just
no.
a
Oh no.
You better
wide
draft
gap.
King Wilder before you draft Mikael Brown. I don't give a
is
fuck
drafting
what nobody
another
say.
point guard really going to
Don't give
help
a
us? I
fuck what
feel like
nobody say.
that's a trap. That's a trap if we draft a point
But
guard.
but
King
but
Wilder
but
is better than Mikael Brown.
Kingston Fleming's kind of
King
fell off,
Wilder is
right?
better
Kind
than
of
him.
fell off a
Vogler, they're
little bit.
gonna have to change his
Darius
entire
Acuff
body.
is
Like
nasty. I'm
he's
just
the
gonna put that
same
out
thing as
there.
Nah,
Yegor.
Darius
Nah,
Acuff's got
I'm
game.
getting
No,
Mikael. I'm getting Mikael Brown over
Wilder
Wagler. I'm
better.
sorry.
Nah,
Wilder is way
I
better
think
than
if
him.
the
Wagler's
Nets get the number
craftier. He gets to
5
the
or number
basket.
6
He's
pick,
not
they're
as
gonna
good of
pick
an
the best
athlete, but
Mikael
available.
Brown
You know what?
Jr.
You know
could
what
be one of
One
crazy?
of the
the
best.
You know what
Mikael
crazy? I
Brown
was
Jr.
talking
could
somebody
be
this
If
one
shit.
of the
we
best guards in the
if
game.
we
Wagler gonna
so
take
we
2 years for his
so
body to catch up to the NBA.
so if we
Like
draft
if
another point guard,
he's
does that
good, don't
mean
get me wrong, but
wait?
John Nolan Traore, they're not safe. I guarantee
No,
you,
no,
they're
no.
not safe.
I'm
They're gonna
saying if
pick
we
another
do,
point
let's
guard
say,
if he's
wait,
great.
I'm saying if we do have to pick
Yeah,
the six,
Wilder
like
on the
we draft
board. Yeah.
Fleming. Wait. If you draft Flemings
no,
or Browns,
Wagler
does that mean
or
Nolan goes to the bench
Mikel
if we
or
draft a point
Kingston,
guard? Does that mean
Nah,
he's
Yes,
not
good
really.
or
Not
no?
really.
yes.
Not really. Because let me tell you why. Because last time I checked, Markel Brown is a two guard. He's not a point guard.
no,
He
he's
is
a
a
point
two
guard.
guard.
He's been
So
a
what
But
point
happened
he
to
is
guard
a two
Jago?
forever.
guard.
So
You
so
He
what
played
still
happened to
point
you
guard for
Jago
Team
then?
USA. What are you talking about?
So what
yeah,
happened to
but you
Jago
still
then?
but
He can play the
hold on.
he could play the two though.
He could play
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm
two,
saying.
but
That's
because
what I'm
he got
saying. You could
size,
play
but
him at a two
he's
guard.
not a two guard. He's a point
You
guard.
don't necessarily have to put Nolan as the bench. You don't have to necessarily have to put him on the
But
bench.
to
No,
John
he's
to
going to the
John's
bench.
to John's point though, John, the fact of the matter is the Nets don't have the luxury of doing that. Like we don't have if it's Mikael Brown there, we gotta take him.
But we
Hmm.
Like
drafted
we don't
five
have the luxury
guard
of doing
I
players.
that.
only
We
hold
drafted
on. Can
five
we all
guards
agree on this
though.
though?
Players.
The only
It's so
person that I will have
redundant.
a problem with them taking is Keeks and Flemings. Because why the fuck will you draft for Keeks and Fleming and play Nolan
If
Trail at the same time? That
if
don't make
we
zero
Because they
fucking
here's
think
my
he's
sense.
big
better than
question.
Nolan Traore.
If
Yeah,
we
it's cool,
draft
but I'm
He is
saying
better.
they can't
He
start
is
at
wait,
the
wait,
better.
wait.
same time.
If we
I
draft a
know, but
point guard, that
you're
negates
talking
the
about a
whole
dumbass
Yegor
team.
move.
They did the shit
Pod,
last year.
pod.
Why won't they do it this year? They picked two
I'm
See,
not
that's
saying
point
what
they
I'm
ain't gonna
guards.
do
saying.
it.
Now they
It's
have
Sean
none.
Marks. The fuck?
Wait, if we draft another point guard, that negates the whole Yegor move. That tells me if you would have drafted Common at 8, you could have got Nolan at 21,
They're gonna
and
play
then this year we
positionless
draft another point
basketball.
guard.
Yeah,
That might make more
and then they're
sense.
gonna try to flip those 2 seconds to get another first round pick.
Like if you draft another point guard, Yegor just it feels like you wasted a pick with Yegor. And I'm not saying he's bad whatsoever, but it's like
They wasted the
you were
picks
supposed to get a
last
wing
year.
this year, not a point
They
guard this year.
they wasted the
I don't.
picks last year. Y'all gotta understand. understand. Like bad organizations do bad things. It's
They had
not for
5
us to come
chances, Pod,
and
man.
sit
They had
here
5
and
Only
chances.
thing,
like
only
if
thing
you
negative about the kid, he ain't got no handles.
You know how many
Fuck,
teams
he
wish
ain't
they
got
but
had
no
5
still,
handles,
like
picks
yo.
in this
he could
draft?
develop the handles.
But
I'm
that's
Yeah,
I
that's
a
what
don't
I'm saying. You
know,
could
Pod,
develop
because
Hagel
handles.
it
and
looks
Nolan
like
apologist. I was
funny.
on
His handle. It
this
looks funny.
podcast screaming my head off because they sent him to the G League, and Ice was talking about all the good players in the NBA get developed in the G League. That's
Dr.
not true.
Ice.
That's
That's
not
Ice
my
not
true.
here
I ain't
to
gonna lie,
say
guy.
And
so.
don't get me
Markel
wrong,
Fultz
Ice
is a
is my
good
man,
example. I ain't gonna hold you.
but that's
Markel
wrong,
Fultz is a
yo.
good example.
Where is he at
Oh,
now?
yeah, no, player one cooking
Where is
in the
he at
chat,
now?
LM for sure.
I mean,
Markel Fultz is a good
Ice ain't gonna be back
example. I
right
ain't
now,
gonna
bro.
hold you.
Ice gone. Ice
I
Markel
gone.
think
was a
he playing in
surefire
China,
guard.
right? I think he's signed
Markel
with the
was
overseas.
hold on. Markel was a surefire guard in that draft. He
Yeah.
was the number one pick. It was
That's
surefire to get
crazy.
him. He was that guy. If you saw him at Washington,
Sixers
yo,
picked him, right?
it
Sixers.
wasn't even a
Oh, let me
debate. It
And what he
wasn't
turned
even
out
a
to be?
debate for Markel.
That was one of
What
the
he
No,
turned out
Sixers'
to be,
biggest
LM?
mistakes.
No,
that was
no.
true.
I
That was
I
true.
wish I still had my account that year. I wish I still had my account. I told every single body that
He's gonna be a
Fultz
I
was
didn't
bust.
think he was going to be the
proved
number
You say
one
wrong.
he was
pick.
gonna be a
And
I
bust?
see, and
I thought
see,
I
hold
thought
on,
it
hold
should
on,
have
hold
been
on, LM,
And it's
Tatum.
LM,
because of that
LM.
draft.
And that's the problem I
Taught
have right there, bro.
That draft taught NBA GMs a lesson. That draft is the draft. The reason why Portland didn't take the reason why not Portland the reason why Charlotte didn't take Scoot number 2 overall was Charlotte looked at that shit was like, all right, we got our point guard and fuck that, we want the length.
Why they
And
picked him
now
number
people
one?
take the
Is he
length.
great at anything?
And see,
He's
and
not great at
see,
anything.
that's the problem we
That's
having.
so
We
weird.
don't we don't
So
know
weird.
who is who until 5 years or 6 years get here now in this fucking draft. Like I
Yeah,
be
And
but
telling
he's
you,
you
bro,
he
it's
is
a
a
shocker.
small
It's a
guy,
shocker
Paul.
in
you can
every
That
tell
fucking
is
He is a
draft.
true.
small guy.
That's
you
true.
can't
Ben
watch
That
Simmons
why
was
that
a
why
surefire number one
that's the
pick.
problem
cannot
I
watch
have. See, bro, see, that's the
BYU
problem I have
being
with people, bro,
lifted.
about the shit, bro.
Nah,
You know
you
what
can't
you
see
know
AJ
Nets
DeBantis
Nets
different.
not just the
Yo,
talent. Nets need somebody like
oh,
who
hold
gets
on.
angry when they
So
play.
let
Who
me
gets
ask y'all.
angry.
So let me ask
We
y'all a question.
we
For
don't have
for
nobody
for
who get mad.
for
Nobody.
D'Lo career and Brandon Ingram career, who are both our number 2 picks, should they be better than they are right now?
Yeah, they were underachievers, bro. Yeah,
Not,
yeah.
Yeah.
I would not say.
Yeah.
Did you say Tatum?
No, I
No,
No,
you
he
said
say
said
D'Lo.
D'Lo
AD.
and Brandon Ingram. For they were both number 2 picks. Should they be better than what they are right now?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
yeah.
Yeah,
Brendan
D'Lo
Ingram
That's
is
all
came
kind
I'm,
in
of
with
bust
that's
too.
all
Yeah,
I'm
that's
exceptional
saying.
valid.
Like,
but
opportunities.
this is not
Kind of.
that draft though. Like this draft is far different than that D'Lo and who went number 1 that year. I forget. Um,
no, but I'm not
Ingram?
saying you're
those
wrong.
aren't the same.
But I'm not saying you're wrong, but I am saying it is a possibility. We
Your
can't take that
12
into
teams are
effect.
tanking right now. 12 teams are tanking. 12
Y'all
teams
can't
are
bro,
trying to
y'all
lose.
can't just go
Listen,
off college shit. What
listen.
you see them doing in
If you
college,
don't
bro.
have your
12 teams
all
are
into
trying to
this
lose.
draft for a
The
booster or
Memphis
the
What
Grizzlies.
if
bouncer,
Can
you
we
what
agree
shouldn't
the
if
be in
Memphis
this
Grizzlies
draft.
are trying to lose now?
so
In the
look so
beginning of
what
the
if
year,
what
you
Pod,
were
if
it's
telling me
crucial
they
we
wouldn't.
drop the
I
next two
told you
look,
that they
games. It's
would.
crucial.
hold on for y'all for everything that these top 3 players are. Yes, they are franchise. I'm not disagreeing with that. But to CJ's point, what if Boozer just has an injury for the most of his career
Yeah,
and you never get to see
Wait,
the
you
pick?
why do we always
It's
gotta
a
focus
risk
on
where
if they
every.
get
it's
injured?
I'm
They
not
always
are
saying.
gonna
I'm
be.
not
talented
It's
saying.
always
players.
How
gonna
many
be a
games
risk.
No,
left?
God,
How many
I'm not
games
saying.
left?
I'm
I
I'm
weighing
not
the
mean,
trying to
guys, we
take
had to
the.
put up. We had to put up with Ben Simmons for 3 years. That was hell. I have to
12,
put up with a little
Yo,
minor league Cam
60.
Boozer.
John,
I'll
John,
gladly
Hey,
I'm
hold
give
on.
him
not
to
Say
you.
taking
Derrick
He played
Henry
John.
don't pan
65
out to be
already.
what y'all
He
think
played
he is.
John,
65
I'm
games.
not taking. I'm not. Hold on. I'm not trying to take the pessimistic route. I agree. I think these guys is going to be amazing in the NBA. But you do have to approach this with some sort of realism. Yes, it's a risk for every player that you drafting. It is a risk. That is a
G-
fact. It doesn't matter
Gary,
who
we
you
need
LM,
get.
top three,
LM,
It's
Gary.
a risk
We
for
LM.
need
every
top three.
player you get.
You're missing the main point of the calculation. If we don't trade to get our picks back, if we don't trade 4 first rounders, 3 of them unprotected, I believe all 4 of
Yeah,
them are unprotected,
yeah,
but the
they were all
fourth one is a
protected.
swap,
Yeah,
right?
if
Yeah, I
you
know those
give up
top three
that,
guys, their last names, you can tell they're gonna be superstars. You just know.
give. Hold
You
on,
just
you
know
don't
they're
know
gonna be
that.
superstars.
Hold on. Let him
But you
finish.
don't know that shit, bro. Stop.
Nah, you do know. You do know.
If
The
you
Bonster,
trade
the
four picks,
Bonster, that's definitely gonna be superstar.
bro, if you trade 4 picks to
You
get
just
your
saying that
2
shit for
back,
now.
you have to tank. You on bullshit, bro.
Sometimes you
No,
just know. You know, some names ring
I
out. Some names
I
ring out,
agree.
and they're gonna turn out to
Hold
be
on,
stars.
Jules. I agree. I'm not saying that you don't take to get these guys. I'm not saying that at all. I agree. I'm jumping off rooftops if you draft the
Breezy
monster.
knows the
Hold
Bonster.
on. I'm just saying in general, even with us choosing Peterson, the Monster, Boozer, or Caleb Wilson, yes, there is a risk with that. We
Yep.
just gotta hope that they don't get injured. We gotta hope that they have a meaningful career. That
Yep.
comes with the draft pick.
Yo,
LM,
you have
you
That
spoke.
teams
is a
Wait,
paying
wait,
fact.
five
can
hundred
I say
thousand
one
Yep.
thing to
dollar
LM? Wait,
fines.
Pod.
That
Can I say
comes
They're
with
one
the
thing?
paying
draft
five hundred
pick.
thousand
Wait,
dollar fines and saying
LM.
fuck it, we still tanking. You got
Wait,
and you
Right.
got owners talking
It's a
about
risk. It's a risk,
wait,
but I'll take the risk though.
wait. Let me
I'm
say this.
gladly take the risk.
LM, let me say something to you. You are right. There is realism. There's always a risk with anybody you draft in any
That's
draft
right.
whatsoever, any
That's all I'm
sport.
saying. That's all I'm saying.
Wait. Can I finish? Can I finish? Well, I'll say this to you though. This is not a prediction. This is a spoiler. If you are in the top 4 on May 10th, you are going to feel pretty damn good about your future. If you aren't in top 4 on May 10th,
Really?
you got to feel like your GM and your owner did not do their all to put you in the best position possible. And the Brooklyn Nets are in no position to say we'll be fine if we don't get top 4. That
Fuck
is a
no. That's
fireable
true.
offense if that's
That's true.
even in their minds.
That's
Realism.
violating the Nets fans.
Hold on, y'all.
Violating.
Hold on, y'all. Let Scott just joined the panel. I wanted to hear from Scott. We could go to Gary again. I'm finna close out though, but I definitely want the content creators to shout their page out. Python, Gary, Scott. But Scott, I know you was probably listening before you joined the panel. You got anything you wanted to add to what we were saying or what they were saying? I was just listening to them. You wanted to say anything, Scott?
Do you hear me? You hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think we're in a great position. I don't think we need to be in last place to get what we want.
Not yet. Not yet.
I haven't seen last place actually materialize and being the number 1 pick in the draft. I've seen teams that's been in the play-in actually get the number 1 and the number 2 pick. So, I mean, it's a lottery. I know we in the hunt. We only 2 games in a loss column, I think, right?
I just sent it one.
Oh, okay.
Exactly 2 games.
Yeah, that's no problem. We right where we need to be.
And we're gonna drop the next 2 games on the road.
Scott, I simmed it
Scott,
one
did you
time.
just
Scott,
say
we got the
that?
number 1 pick. Scott,
Huh?
Scott,
I said Scott. I simmed it one time and we got the number 1 pick.
That's
But
crazy.
hold on.
That's crazy.
Before we get into a whole bunch of stuff, just shout your podcast out real quick.
Yeah, you can reach me at Apartment Gamer and More on YouTube. I usually do a mid-game show and on X, Apartment Gamer 1.
Hold on, John. Was you trying to say something, John?
Yeah, I was just saying, Scott, you say we're in a secure spot. We were 2 games ago. We were going from bottom 3, potentially bottom 2. Now we're at 4. We're likely going to be stuck with Utah. They're either going to win a game here or lose a game there. Listen,
Well, we don't know. We don't know.
Wait. Scott, let me just say this thing. If you're in the bottom 3, you have some certainty. I don't know if it was Ellen or somebody said, you have certainty. At least you know, hey, I'm at 5, I'm at 6 and 7. I can't go any worse than that. But when you're 4, you're on a haywire, and that's what me and others question is, why does this front office want to always live on a damn haywire? Don't you want to have some security in the future where we're going, as opposed to saying, hey, we did tank this year, but we got a little cutesy, and we got the 7th pick, but we'll be fine.
I think it's just a lottery. It's a lottery. Listen, Dallas was where they was at in the draft pack.
That was a con job move that they pulled with the Lakers.
All right, so then, all right, okay, 1 minute.
I think they were
1 minute. 1 minute.
41 or 40
1 minute.
42.
John, that theory that you just said plays out every year.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. It plays out every year. It plays out every year.
When they got the worst record, they got the number 1 pick.
Right. Well, I'm saying it plays out regardless. Who was second? Who got the second pick?
I don't even know, but the Spurs
right.
got
So
one.
then what? What's wrong with the second pick in this draft?
Right. Hold on, y'all.
Oh, yeah, I'll be happy.
Okay, then. So then, all right
Hold
then.
on,
So what you crying about?
hold on, y'all. I just want to close out saying that for right now, it look like we getting the number one pick for one. But two, subscribe to Scott Apartment Gamers and More. Subscribe to Gary's page. That's nothing but BK Nothing But Nets podcast. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to Podthorn. What's how you say your podcast again, Podthorn?
Oh, I gotta go to it. Where you at? Oh, it's
I'm
Mike.
here. The Pan African product.
The Pan African product. Subscribe to him. Those are the three content creators on his page. I know Brooklyn LM. I gotta reach out to him for an interview. He do music. Shout out to everything Brooklyn Nets John. Shout out to Python. I definitely want to get into some of his content. Shout out to Nothing
Breezy.
But BK Nothing But Nets. Y'all can check for him. When the next time you going on, Gary?
Probably what did it say? Tuesday, probably Thursday.
Thursday. Check
Hawks
for
won 8 in
I
a
always
row.
have Gary
Let's keep
Jones.
going. Let's keep it going in Atlanta.
Hey,
for
Breezy, I just
Gary.
want to say something to
Keep it going.
the group, yo. Like, I want y'all to be paying attention to what's happening with this war. Our media is not telling us the truth. Y'all, everyone should have sources of information to make sure that they keep their family safe and their brothers and sisters who are fighting this war, who are fighting this unnecessary war. And just be safe, but be well researched. Your family depends on it.
That's
For
true.
real,
That's
and
true.
I just say,
Shut
if you're,
up, man.
and,
Shut
I have a
and I
file.
just want to say, if you're in New York, be safe, keep your loved ones close, and just God bless all you guys. You guys are Brooklyn fam. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on. There's some scary stuff last days in New York. And if you're in New York, just be safe, man. Keep your eyes, above your chest, man, and just always look out. But be safe, guys. You guys are great content
We need
creators.
y'all here
You
when
go
the
from one
Nets
of
win
the
the
coolest towns
championship
in
one
the
day,
country.
man.
This ain't war though. I mean, and just in Stalingrad, 3 million people died in 1943. You know what I'm saying? This is not really
Hold on.
a war.
Can we just end this
Yo,
on a good note, please?
you don't know how
man.
many
Come
people
on,
died
yeah,
because
come
your
on,
media is
Right,
not
come
telling
on.
you.
hold
When
on,
you
hold
have
on.
soldiers on the ground and there's a real
Oh my
battle,
God,
that's a
man.
real war.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Listen, I really do. I wish I would have just did this earlier in the show. You know what I mean? Then we could have really had a conversation. But that being
It's a
Sorry
said,
little
about that.
conflict. It's a little
right.
conflict.
No, it's fine. It's
Itty
cool.
bitty, itty bitty.
Shout out to Easy in the chat. But
Oil gonna be at 150 by the end of the week. We'll find out how little of conflict it is.
It's a little
hold on.
strimps, a little strimps.
So yeah, again, Nets
Little
fans is
skirmish.
the best fans.